Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. It is a Wednesday afternoon as I'm doing this reading, and today's theme is royals behaving badly. In this case you might say an ex-royal behaving particularly badly, which is why I have the soulless tarot on the tarot table, and the ex-royal in question is Meghan Markle. And there's a rumor going around on social media about how badly she behaved when she was actually told by Netflix that the deal was donezo, no more of that. And the rumor goes, and it is just a rumor, I've seen screen grabs of it, so I don't know who the actual source is. As I have to say, it is a wild rumor. It's not from any identifiable source. It's quite a dramatic scenario that's painted. And it says that she cried and yelled and begged and pleaded and really went ballistic, basically. And also that she threatened Netflix with legal action. She threatened to sue them for discrimination, for defamation. Things got ugly. This rumor also tells that Netflix didn't cancel the deal just because the Parkles were so useless and their shows did so badly, and we've all seen the figures. They've been released, of course, very recently. They really cancelled the deal because she's not just difficult, Meghan Markle, Duchess Difficult. She was insufferable. And on the shoots, the way she treated the Netflix staff, the way she behaved in meetings and all the rest of it, insufferable is the word that was used. Snoring in the background, sorry for that. So we're going to have a look. We're going to ask why Netflix cancelled the deal. Was it because she was insufferable? We're going to ask how she took the news of the cancellation or the non-renewal of the contract. We're going to ask if she lost her mind, basically the tone of these meetings. Did she do all this crying and screaming and all of that, begging and pleading? And then we're going to ask about the legal threats, the alleged legal threats. Were there threats? And is she going to follow through on them? And then we're going to ask, is the deal donezo, or is there going to be a face-saving kind of renewal, first look kind of a deal? We hear that the negotiations are ongoing for that first look deal. There's something else I want to... the reason I'm looking at this, actually, this rumor, is because we've heard a similar story with Ari Emanuel from William Morris Endeavour Agency, the talent agency, One More Shuffle, apparently. And apparently he stopped taking meetings with Meghan because she lost her you-know-what at one particular meeting about 18 months ago. Stormed in, demanded things, swore, shouted through things. I don't know what precisely, but it was very, very bad, to the extent apparently that he said, don't let her in the door anymore, I'm done with her. And that was behind the scenes, and I can remember that story. I can remember reading on it, and it did look like she might have behaved in quite an entitled, bratish, difficult way. So that's what we're going to look at. I'll try and put the right number of cards out for this reading, unlike the previous reading. And let's get to it. We got the Sun. And the Sun is her, obviously. The Leo card, the Sun card, the attention, the light. Look at me. It's about success and optimism and joy and positivity and no negativity. We know she doesn't like negativity. No bad news here. Take it away and tell it somewhere else, basically. Other thing about the Sun is that it shines a light on, and we know how she loves to shine a light on things, but possibly someone at that meeting decided they would like to shine a light on Duchess Difficult and her behavior. We've heard it from Vanity Fair and the Hollywood Reporter. Have we heard it from Vogue? We heard it from The Cut, possibly as well. I've lost track of how many sources have told us about Duchess Difficult at this point. The dictator in high heels. Someone's shining a light on this. Interesting. So let's get to it. Situation we are dealing with. The Five of Cups. This is the regret and remorse and grief card. A lot of self-pity. Can be very focused on what you've lost and what's making you so sad. Very sad, and just not able to see the positives. There's the positives. The underlying energy might just be really positive for Netflix, that they don't have to deal with her anymore. But there is the cup of woe in the Five of Cups. Very sorry for herself. She may be filled with self-pity at this point, blaming everyone, very focused on what she's lost and blaming everyone for how badly wrong it's gone, rather than taking some ownership for what has happened. But let's see, just generally, why did Netflix decide not to renew the deal in September when it's up for renewal? Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a new energy, and it's a very positive new energy. So it may be that we hear something about a first look deal that they may offer her to sweeten this energy over here in the Five of Cups, because that cup has now turned into this big giant Ace of Cups. Don't worry, darling, I'll still look after you. And I know who that is because I saw him as I was shuffling the King of Cups, old Ted Sarandos. I think he's still her big protector at Netflix, and that Ace of Cups, we still love you, or I still love you. I still think you've got potential. I can still make things happen for you. I still believe in you. Interesting energy. I wasn't expecting that to show up. I was asking just generally because, as I say, we keep hearing about how badly their shows have done. And we haven't got to the effing grifter part of the scenario yet. I'm hoping that we do get there at some point. She's got a guardian angel at Netflix still with that Ace of Cups. Interesting. Tell me about the insufferable behavior that this rumor tells us about. And I forgot to remind you that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment, and it is just a rumor, and it is just my opinion that I'm expressing here in speculation, and just read energy, and big fat disclaimer in the box below. So need to get that out on the airwaves, so to speak. Tell us about this insufferable behavior that she's allegedly guilty of. That's the real reason for why the board said no, go away. Got the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is all about the work and doing the work and showing up. And I talked about the grifters previously. It might just be that she's not experienced enough. She doesn't really know how to go about doing things. I'm not getting insufferable behavior in that card, not at all. I'm getting someone who needs to learn some skills and probably hasn't bothered along the way, hasn't mastered the things that she needs to master. And that's why she might be so difficult to work with, because instead of being professional, as the Eight of Pentacles is, and respectful of other people in their professional capacity, she might be running interference because she herself is not professional. That's what's coming through here. But this is not terrible. I'm not getting the terrible energy that this little bit of rumor, as I say, there were screenshots that are doing the rounds. I'm not getting what that screenshot was telling me. So let's ask the big question. How did she handle the news? What was her response to the news when Netflix said, sorry, not renewing? Page of Swords, on the defensive or on the offensive, actually is a better word with the Page of Swords. Get out those legal books, go to the lawyers. How can I fight my corner? Briefing people, get busy, get stuck in lining up her excuses, her, I'm almost saying witnesses, but getting the legals on side with that Page of Swords, and not taking it lying down, not at all. Trying to get ahead of the news as well with that Page of Swords. Pages or communications, but it's research, it's social media, it's not wanting to be criticized when it's upright. It's really going all out to get ready for the battle to come. That's how it's reading for me. It's not tantrums. It's not any of that. Not there. So what was the tone of the meetings? We're hearing about tears and tantrums and begging and pleading and blaming and accusing and crying and yelling, all those kinds of behaviors in this rumor. So we're going to put the big allegedly sign on this reading. What was the tone of the meetings where this was discussed? We've got the Two of Wands. That's not that kind of behavior that I have just described. This is, sorry, our partnership is over. Two of Wands is a partnership, is plans. It hasn't worked out. We're not going to take it forward, not anyway in its current guise. And so a split, but not necessarily a toxic one. I'm not getting that she behaved like she is described as behaving in this particular bit of gossip. So, were there threats of legal action? I can see talking to lawyers in here, Page of Swords. I can see get your old law books out, get the contracts out, have a big look and see what you can see. So, were there threats? There we go. Five of Wands, for sure. The energy in the Five of Wands is an energy of conflict. So, and it's conflict in a working environment, in a team, in a family. That's the Netflix environment. So, yes, I can now say that as an energy reader, I can get an energy of lawyering up in this reading. I'm not getting bad behavior. I'm not getting tantrums. I'm not getting that stuff. I'm getting briefing lawyers. Go and read the fine print and get ready to fight my corner. That's I can imagine quite a rational response to the news. So, is she going to go forward with legal action? Bearing in mind the Parkles are pretty broke at this point, thanks to all that legal action. Is that going to happen? I've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. I'm not seeing it. The Nine of Cups isn't lawyers. It's more disappointment. It's more, this was my dream, and now my dream has failed. And it's interesting, we've got so many cups here. The Five of Cups, the card of woe and regret and poor me. Don't worry, darling, Ace of Cups. I'm still on team Megan, and I'll look after you. I'll give you a nice, lovely, juicy new deal with that Ace of Cups, because I think you're just wonderful. And then herself, I'm asking, is she going to pursue legal action? I'll get the Nine of Cups in reverse. That's more taking to bed with the baguette and the bottle of rosé, or a case of rosé. That's more so disappointed it didn't work out, can't believe it, lots of tears, lots of poor me in that Nine of Cups. But it's not the lawyers filing suit. It's not how it's reading for me. I think lawyers will tell her, don't have a leg to stand on. And so let's see, we've been getting all this briefing about, oh no, they're still locked in negotiations, and we've been told first look deal is hers for the asking. Is that so? Where are we heading with Netflix? What's going on here? I've got the Eight of Wands in reverse. That tells me that however much our Ace of Cups might want to look after her and still loves her so much, Eight of Wands is communications and negotiations and things like that, and PR and spin. It's in reverse. Tells me that talks might break down. If there were talks, it looks like they will break down, or they have already broken down. Haven't put a time frame on this reading at all. It doesn't bode well for her. It also tells me that what we are hearing, I think it was another Charlotte Griffiths story, that there are ongoing negotiations. I would say not so much with that card. I don't think Little Miss Markle is going to get another Netflix deal. We might hear something to keep her sweet, Ace of Cups. I wouldn't read too much into it. If we do hear about Netflix keeping the door open to further collaborations with Megan because of that Ace of Wands in reverse, it tells me not to believe anything I hear. It's spin, and it's spin to make her look good. But no, it looks like it's all over bar the shouting, and it really honestly doesn't look like there's been shouting at Netflix. I think the one who bore the brunt of it is the has-been, and that's why he packed his little suitcase and he took himself off to Botswana. That's my opinion, of course. That's the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.